What's up, guys? I'm Isaac. That's Back to Road Harley-Davidson here in Raleigh, North Carolina, with your pre-owned bike of the week, a 2017 Softail Deluxe. Now, you might be thinking, Isaac, isn't that just a heritage you've got there? Well, almost. It's very similar. So both are pretty distinguishable by having floorboards and being sort of a light touring Softail, a quick detached windshield, and both are set up very similar. Whereas the Heritage might be more of your Saturday night kind of bike, the Deluxe is more of your Sunday morning kind of bike. Because this bike is decked out and it's Sunday best. You've got all the little bit finer pieces of trim all over on it, and just to help make it a little bit more stylish. So you've got those bright, hard-to-miss white walls on this bike, a little bit longer fenders everywhere, just make it a little bit dressier. This one in particular is that beautiful vivid black combination with the chrome and a nice little pinstripe right there on the tank. And like the Heritage, it does have that quick detached windshield, and this one also has the little light bar up on the front, so you can get a little bit more light in case Sunday morning becomes Sunday night. We've got a little bit slimmer floorboards, so you get all those nice benefits of having floorboards, but they're just a little bit more narrow, so you can lean this bike just a little bit harder. And you might find yourself riding this bike a little bit harder because it is that 103 twin cam. So it's throttled by wire, not throttled by cable, which allows you to have that electronic cruise control over here as well. It's got a lot of fun data readouts that we'll go through here on the screen, and it does have a fuel gauge. You'll find the seat to be pretty nice, wide, and comfortable for both that rider and passenger. And since this is pre-owned, it has a couple extra modifications done to it, such as those Vance Hines pipes and the Viking saddlebags. So with that being said, let's go ahead and ride this bike for your pre-owned bike of the week. All right, what's up, guys? So here we've got the 2017 Softail Deluxe. You see we've got spokes, we've got white walls, we've got a 103 high output, nice comfortable seat, passenger mini boards for the passenger there, full-sized floorboards, a little slimmer profile for the rider. Stock grips, a little quick detached windshield, Viking saddlebags, cool little setup there for the brake light turn signal combination, little mini luggage rack here. These Viking bags are lockable, so that's cool. Softish bags that are rigid but also lockable, always fun. This bike also has a lot of fun touring features such as ABS and cruise control, so we're going to dive into all those here. Hopefully not showing you how well the ABS works. Yeah, let's go ahead and throw a leg over, fire this old girl up right here, and 1, 2, 3. Ooh, baby. Alright, yeah, she sounds good. So, as you can hear, yeah, Vance Hines on twin cam. Hard to beat that. That is for sure. Let's go ahead and back this thing on up, get ready to roll on out of here. Alrighty, so let's see. Yeah, everything's looking good to go. So let them roll on through, give them a second so I can talk about this. So you see, got miles of the bike just under 10K. We can go through it all just right there. So trip A, trip B, fuel range, 118 miles to go. Fuel gauge right there, clock, and our gear / our RPM ratio, which will mostly leave this bike in on our little ride here today. So let's go ahead and get started. Nice and smooth. Oh yeah. Ooh, she is smooth. Excellent. See those nice little maneuvers right there? Beautiful part of a motorcycle. You can just squeeze it right on in wherever you need to. So yeah, this is our 2017 Softail Deluxe. So like I was saying, there's the Softails and then there's the Softail Deluxe. So a motorcycle that is made to just be a step above sort of thing. I guess you could almost look at it as like a notch below a CVO, obviously the CVO is the best of the best. Wow, okay. Obviously the CVO is going to be your best of the best, but this is going to allow you to have a nice little extra pieces without going to that full CVO. So, yeah, loving it so far. I believe it's a 5-gallon tank. Yeah, let's talk about some of the touring features on this before we head up on the highway, because right now we're doing a little bit of bump test, seeing how she's doing. Since this is the old school frame, or the previous frame that was on the Softails, it does have the 2 underbelly shocks versus the monoshock that you have today. So both of which are doing fantastic work right now on these bumps of Lake Wheeler. So yeah, it's that's doing pretty solid right there. But like I was saying, some other touring features before we hop on the highway here. You do have that quick detach windshield. This one does have the little bags back there. And then let's see, what else do we have? You have, so since this also is the newer version, so it's got sort of that newer, I want to say control module. The newer system in there. Also 103 is cool. In case you didn't know. Now you do. Oh yeah. So let's see what we got going on here today. Yeah, so since it has sort of that newer control system, the buttons are going to be a little bit of different operation. So also it's throttle by cable instead, or excuse me, it's throttle by wire instead of throttle by cable. So on some of the older Heritages that you saw us, it is a 6-speed. Can confirm. Ooh, and you got a nice little green indicator light letting you know you're in that 6th gear. That's cool. Yeah, so since it's throttle by wire instead of throttle by cable, you might have saw those cables there on some of the older bikes that we've ran. You can actually run a digital cruise control. So I can push that button in to set it, and then or turn it on, and push that down to set it. Take the hand right off the throttle. Look at that, and we're just maintaining speed. So behind this windshield, which is the perfect height, it's in the air over me, I can set the cruise control, and you can tell me which state line that we're trying to go hit now. So easy as that. We're good to go. So I'll go ahead and cut the cruise control off since we're getting off the highway here. Don't need a cruise control to quite roll up into here. Let this car make sure we know what they're doing here. I don't believe that's the right turn signal, my guy. Don't believe so. Excellent. The Vance Hines are sounding good. They always sound good. Yeah, let's see what else we got. Yeah, so you've got those. You got the Viking bags. It does have ABS. So overall, this motorcycle is light and nimble enough, but it also has a lot of those nice little light touring features. So overall, it's one of those beautiful middle ground bikes you can do whatever you want to with. We do have the switch right down there to control the little floodlights on either side. But yeah, it's set up really well, really good to go. You've got a cable clutch, nice little bars, good setup. You've got the black leather strip here instead of the chrome, so you're going to see it's going to be it's not going to reflect. Oh, NC Raleigh PD cop getting a little biker wave respect. You'll see the nice little black leather piece right here. So that way, since we're riding at about noon, you're not going to have the sun reflect back at you quite as bad. So yeah, it's nice little floorboards. You see, we put our little feet on, and they do have the heel shifter as well. So you can really sit back and just click, click, click right on up the gears and go. Now, unfortunately, neither of these people are on the sensor. This gentle folk in front of us are way above the line, and this truck is way far back. So this may be a predicament. Alrighty. Jeez, that took quite a while. All right, now we are good to go, and now we have the road to ourselves. So that took a good minute of time here. So what can we learn from that? So if you see a car that's like parked way beyond the line, chances are they're not on the sensor. A lot of times you can see the sensor kind of drilled in the concrete. If there's somebody that knows more about these sensors than I do, like, hop in there, because this is what I'm saying is based more off of experiences and not actually if I know how these things actually work. But just kind of what I've seen is that if there's a car that's parked not on the sensor, and then another car tries to be generous and give you a lot of space back there, I appreciate leaving us room, but a lot of times motorcycles aren't strong enough to get a lot of these little bit older sensors. Try not to get into, try not to scratch these floorboards up too much, but also kind of move at a pretty good pace, because this bike's just been sitting there idling for a hot minute, literally a hot few minutes. But yeah, so it's sometimes you might just have to kind of wave at the guys behind you, kind of motion them to come forward a little bit more, just so that way they can move their vehicle up, and their a little bit larger vehicle hopefully will be enough to set that sensor off, so that way you can be on your merry way. But yeah, so anyway, here we are again, cruising through the shiny, nice part of the lake. A lot of fun stuff going on out here in some shade. Come by the lake, let it get a little bit cooler for us. But yeah, here we are. Let's see, oh yeah, gorgeous day. Gorgeous day. So far this bike has done very well on the highway. So now let's see kind of what she wants to do in these turns. It definitely feels flickable. It's nice, light. Feels like you can lean it pretty okay. But obviously it's not quite the newer Softail platform, so it's good, but it's not quite as good as it could be. Yeah, so she handles that fine. She'll dive right on in. Just good. It's a good motorcycle. It's good at motorcycle things. So here we are. Try not to blast through the school zone today. So let's see here. Ideally, I'd rather not get to know the motorcycle cop's name that we saw earlier. Alright, let's check that ABS today. This bike is pretty low for the most part. Feet went right on down. I've still got a lot of room. Got a good crook in the leg even with my feet down, so not too bad. Let's see. Stoplights are not on our side today, it would appear. So yeah, so that's most of the exciting stuff about the bike. And yeah, so thank you guys for watching the video. So overall, just a fantastic bike, a lot of fun. It's just a good, simple, light touring bike. So get out here, ride it. I think you'll love it. I think you'll love how it looks, and especially how it performs. So come stop by Tobacco Road, ask about this bike, come see it, come ride it, and then go take it home. So appreciate you guys watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, all that stuff people on YouTube say. And as always, take care, and we'll see you soon.